Scholomance, a place of horror and despair, but somehow still so nostalgic. And now, after over 10 years, we can return to the dungeon how it used to be before the revamp for Mists of Pandaria. So if you want to do that, either for nostalgic reasons or to get some old transmogs, or perhaps just to explore it a little bit, I'm gonna show you what you have to do. In order to enter the old version of Scholomance, your first step is to go to the auction house and buy 3 dark wounds and 5 essence of undeath. Then you need to get the toy Kwastinov's Bag of Horrors, which you can obtain from Dr. Theolin Kwastinov, a rare mob in the modern version of the dungeon, and he can be found in the room after the boss room of Rattlegore. He can only spawn in the heroic version of the dungeon, and he just spawns after defeating Rattlegore, so you can't check it from the entrance by using a /target Dr. Theolin Kwastinov marker or something. Since he is a rare mob, he is not always there, and it might take you a few tries. I had to run there with 8 characters, so get ready to be frustrated. However, the toy is a guaranteed drop, and after obtaining it, you will not use it instantly. Instead, you will go further and kill the final boss. After that, you want to go to this room on the upper area of the boss room. Here you will find a pile of bones on the ground. This one here. While standing on them, you want to use the toy. The spirit of Aoife Sarkov will appear now, and then you want to remove your buff again. You will be able to talk to her, but before you do that, make sure that you have an empty space in your bags. Otherwise, you will need to run to a mailbox, which can be annoying. She will give you the item Inert Spectral Essence, which you can use with the dark wounds and essences of undeath, which you bought before, and combine them to a spectral essence. This is a trinket that allows you to see some spirits in front of a dungeon. But before you go out of the dungeon, you first need to collect Aoife's femur, which are the bones you are standing on, as well as Aoife's journal, which can be found in the room right before the final boss room. It's hidden on a bookshelf right of a doorway. After collecting these items, you want to go out of the dungeon and collect a few items that you can find around the Plague Lands. There is a bucket with Kirdewol fountain water on the fountain of Kirdewol, which is the island Scholomance is located on. Then there's the deed to Enderhall in this big building in Enderhall on the right side of a big room. There's a trampled doll next to a meat wagon in Devonshire in the eastern Plague Lands. Then there's a painting, The Road Ahead, in this building located in Cohen's Crossing. It can be found on the first floor right here. And then there is the undelivered shipment of smokes, which can be found in the dungeon Stratholme right here. All of these items can be traded for different candles. The NPCs that can give you the candles are all located in Kirdewol, and you need to wear the Spectral Essence trinket which you got before in order to see them. There's Rory, who you can find at the docks outside of the city. There's Artist Wenfrey, who is in one of the houses nearby. There is Sammy, a small child running around the fountain in Kirdewol. There's Joseph Dirty on the second level of Kirdewol. And there's Magistrate Marduk near the entrance of Scholomance. Once you collected all the candles, you go back to Scholomance, but instead of going left to enter the dungeon, you go to the right into this room, and here you will use Aoife's journey. You will hold a short ritual, and after that you can use the book on the ground to enter the old version of the dungeon. Oh, and by the way, you also completed the first step for the return to the old Naxxramas. Yes, you heard that right. But that's a story for another day. As soon as I have a guide on that topic, I will link it right here. I hope I could help you. If so, leave a sub to not miss any guide in the future, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, see ya!